Greetings, thank you for joining me today, and I hope wherever you are, life is treating you well. Coffee, a subject dear to my heart as recent videos have shown. Today I'd like to show you a little coffee maker that the missus found for £1 in a charity shop. Now it's got OKTA on it, which I think is some management software. So I guess this is a promotional item somewhere at some point. Still, it's unused, and for the princely sum of £1, I don't think she did too badly at all. For an unbranded version of this, I think our local Aldi have them for £23. Slightly different design with a rib defect, which some might find pleasing, but essentially £23 for... It's not better, let's put it like that. I'm pretty sure it's not better anyway. Let me show you what it's got. It says several components, which is nice for those who like to mess around. You do need a source of hot water, so if you take it to work you need one of those hot water on demand taps, or a kettle or something. You wouldn't get away with taking hot water with you in a thermos, because usually it loses the top end of its heat throughout the morning, so by the time you come to brew it'll be a waste of time. And I wouldn't want to put cold water in it, because cold brew sucks. Sorry, that in my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, by all means, but this is for hot coffee. Okay, so it's very small, and as you might have gathered, it's primarily for the espressos. It does deal with two sorts of coffee. There's the pods, which is why I bought some Aldi espresso pods. Espresso compatible if you must. Bad for the environment, but we all know that. Or you can get regular ground coffee of your choice, but beware, if it's not espresso coffee, you'll get a wishy-washy, watery waste of a cup, frankly. This is a pressurized device, which is fun. So we've got several components. There's the water chamber where the hot water goes. It's got a little measuring spoon, which is nice. It's all the same plastic, by the way. This plastic will take hot water, but again, being plastic, you might have questions over how safe that is in the long term, but we make so many things that are plastic, we're probably full of plastic anyway. There is the main body of the chamber, which is what has a little pump, which pops out. You can't really see much. It's got a docking point for the pod where the coffee goes, that little ring thing in the middle. And on the other side it's just a drippy doodah. Oh no, that's where the water goes. Yes, you'll see in a moment how it goes together. Anyhow, and then there is the coffee chamber, which presses in, by the way. It's got two rubber rings here, one here and one here. You unscrew it and pop the coffee in loose onto the mesh here. It is a mesh, trust me. And then tamp it down if you want to, and the mesh is here as well on top. There you go, mesh is here, and you just screw it down, or you can put a pod in, pop it back together. It's got a little docking point here. That's the dispenser nozzle. Oh, I almost forgot. Key, of course, is having a cup, isn't it? And let me just, there we go. And the cup is suitable for a teeny tiny espresso, and that's about as much volume as you're gonna need. So if you want a big drink, well, think of something else, I guess. So it goes back together thusly, screws together, and it's got a nice screw action to put it back together. That felt like it gave me less resistance than I'd like, but there we go. And then you put some boiling water in here, screw it back together, and then the fun starts. Let me get it set up. We'll put a pod in it and see how it works, shall we? Now, the first thing that occurs to me, knowing the Espresso machines, of course, are designed to use these pods and puncture them in order to work properly. You can see this one's your standard Aldi fare, really. They're cheap and cheerful, but completely sealed, obviously, as they should be. So I guess really what I've done is I've bought a bunch of espresso coffee in measured containers. That's what I bought, because there's no obvious way to puncture this container in the basket, and there's no obvious way to just use this instead without somehow puncturing the basket. So I don't think I'm going to do anything other than puncture the container and pour it in, so bear with me one moment. And as if by magic, there's coffee in the chamber. There's also coffee on the table because I've got the shakes. Yes. So here we go. So it does suggest tamping it down a bit. So I'm going to use the slightly damp. Yeah, I washed it before use. Not daft. It's been in a charity shop after all. I'm going to use this to tamp down the coffee a wee bit. There you go. It's not very interesting to look at, but there we go. That's just tamped down nicely. And pop on the top. Now, there's a building not far from us which has a smoke alarm or a burglar alarm or something. It's been going off for many hours. I'm guessing it's not the smoke alarm, because the fire service turn up pretty quick when it's a smoke alarm or when somebody's nearby bonfire sets it off. But, yeah, it's been going for hours. I guess we're going to wait till tomorrow before it gets turned off. That's not going to get irritating at all. Beeping away like a broken smoke alarm. Okay, so this goes in here. And then this, I believe, goes in here, matching up with the little thing here. Hopefully it seals up properly. It's got several seals, so it should be fairly foolproof. It should be. Now, I've tried this several ways, and a couple of those ways end up depositing lots of scalding hot water on the table. So I'm going to show you the way that works. It does not have a fill mark, so I guess you just put as much as you feel in the cup. Next, before it goes cold, we pop the chamber back on here, screwing it down. There is a little rubber gasket to keep things nice and watertight. It is now very hot to hold, which is fine. Not sure how you cope if you are sensitive to temperatures and textures and so on. Okay, now let's see whether I can get it to dispense coffee this time. If you put too much coffee in, by the way, it clogs up and then explodes coffee and water all over the desk. Believe. Now the manual wasn't there. The manual didn't tell us anything, and the manuals online don't really tell you much. But the pumping mechanism does suggest that you should be pumping. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Just keep pumping it through. It does make quietly satisfying percolator noises, has to be said. I don't know whether you can hear that on the recording, but the alarm has stopped temporarily. It'll be back. Right. Now, of course, the chamber is twice the size of the cup, so I'm going to turn it upside down again, just for now. And let's turn the camera around, shall we, so you can see the result. It's murky. Yeah, not much to be said, murky. I should probably put that in a glass. Yes, let's do that. This sort of thing is for people who really like to do things with their hands. Maybe somebody who's trying to give up smoking or vaping. You know, this would be perfect because it gives you lots of things to do with your hands for a very small result. But there you go. Okay, now judging by the weight of it, I think that's all I'm going to get out of it. Oh no, there's still a bit of water left in it. Give me the coffee. Come on. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know, you let me know. Am I doing it wrong? Because Lord knows the instructions I found online weren't brilliant. Well, there we go anyway. So it's quite nice and dark. It's had a good extraction at least. It's not the strongest coffee I've ever had in the world, honestly. I mean, you've got to remember, this is Aldi Espresso coffee. It's never going to be brilliant. They do sell bad coffee as well as the good stuff. This is not the Colombian. It just says dark roast. Strength 7. Could have fooled me. But I guess the only way to know how it should be normally would be to buy myself one of those Nespresso machines, but I'm loath to do it. It's just going to sit in the corner never being used because I make coffee properly. That said, it smells nice, tastes okay, it's caffeinated and wet, what can you say? But as you can see, a bit of a faff to get it working, really is. And at the end of the day, oh, by the way, never unscrew it when it's pressurised because it will spray water all over you. Yeah, I don't know about that firsthand at all, no. Oh, actually, in fairness, it's taken out all the water, so one wee drop. I mean, I'll forgive it that. So, not bad at all, not bad at all. Now, would you want to spend a lot of money on it? Probably not. There are better coffee machines out there, better ways to prepare it. Heck, you know, the traditional cone in a thingamy, it's always going to give you results, isn't it? But if you want something fun to play with on your cigarette break instead of smoking, then this will be it. And obviously, if you've got some hot water from the tap, you can use it out, you know, with all your friends and give yourself something to do. That's what I think this is for. It's just definitely a distraction. And when you're back at your desk, you can sit there with it unloaded, pumping away merrily whilst someone gives you a whole load of nonsense. You know, that customer that won't shut up. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. Whatever you do, obviously, if you've had one, if you've got better results out of it, do let me know. I do love to hear from you. Whatever you do, have a great day. See you soon. Bye for now.